Welcome to a self-published author's diary. I am Elodie Novodatsky. I write about first time, second chances, things that scare the crap out of me, and things that make me laugh out loud. I'll be speaking with you and sharing my adventures in self-publishing, the behind the scenes of writing, and the business side of it. This episode is all about the publication of my new book under my pen name, and it was a book that was based on the first season of one of my Kindle Velas, and I've basically recorded during publication day several segments for this particular episode, and also one segment 2 weeks after publication. Hope you find this interesting or helpful. And as always, thank you so much for listening. And now here is the episode. Hello, it is June 22nd as I'm recording this. It's 9:09 a.m. It's very precise and you're going to see why in 1 second. So today is the day that I am publishing the first season of the Kindle Vela one of my Kindle Vela stories that I'm writing under a pen name, and it's coming out today in Kindle and Kindle Unlimited. This Kindle Vela story has been in the top 250 of Kindle Vela for almost a year, and it hung out on the top 100 for at least 6 months. I have been running Facebook ads for it, and I know there's a market for this book because when I was running the ads, I had quite a few comments of readers who were asking when this book was going to be on Kindle Unlimited. So I woke up at about 5:30 a.m. this morning, and yes, I did reach out for my phone and checked out my sales and rankings. It was not groundbreaking. I didn't write them down, so I will not share them right now because I cannot fully remember them, but I'm going to give you the details that I pulled out at 8:45 a.m. from the dashboard and a lot of other places. And I will not check them again. That's the goal, because actually I did since I wrote that. But the goal is that I will not check them again until 11:30, 11:45 a.m. And I have a lot of things to do, including working on my steamy rom-com, and checking just for checking isn't really conducive to anything productive for me. So at 8:45 a.m., I had 328 pages read. In terms of royalties, including pre-order, it was about $38 in terms of royalties, but they only processed 11 of the orders instead of the 18 orders that are showing up on the dashboard. My ranking on Amazon.com was in the 255,000s in the Kindle store. It was in the 250s in Rockstar Romance, and it was in the 3,000s in New Adult and College Romance, and 7,000s in Contemporary Romance Fiction. My ranking on Amazon UK was about 222,000s in Kindle Store, 230s in Rockstar Romance Books, 250s in Rockstar Romance Kindle Store, and about 9,000 in Contemporary Romance Fiction. I didn't have any rankings on Amazon Australia, and it's strange because I know people have bought and borrowed based on my dashboard and the pages read, and they also bought. In the UK, the book was trending in the UK Hot New Releases for Rockstar Romance. I posted 2 videos already today on my TikTok for that pen name, one at 6 a.m., which has about 668 views right now. So when I was looking at it, which was about 8:45 a.m., 39 likes, 5 saves, 3 comments, and I posted another one at 8:30 a.m., which has 10 likes, 4 saves, no comments yet, with 226 views. I will post the next video around 12 p.m. I also replied to the people on Facebook who had been wanting this book on KU. So again, it was from a Kindle Vela ad. And I just let them know that it dropped on Kindle and Kindle Unlimited today. I had already let them know that it was up for pre-order. But if you're in KU, my guess is that you would rather actually wait until the book is out so you don't have to purchase the book, but read it with your membership that you're paying Amazon. I also announced it on my pen name page, and I boosted the post, and I do have a few low-cost ads running today in the US, Australia, and the UK. So on Kindle Vella, just for a little background information, this book and the one after, because it's a duet on Vella, it's two seasons, and it has earned me about $15,000 since I started writing it last year. Counting the ad, it's been a profit, the ads I should say, because there was more than one. It's been a profit of about $12,000 for that particular series. I have 3 series going on Kindle Vella. They do not all earn that amount. That one is my best-selling Kindle Vella series. My goal for this book in June would be to give me an additional profit of $150 for this book, again, knowing that it's release month. Yes, I do have in my mind, it's going much better than $150, but I'm telling myself if I make an additional profit of $150 with this particular book in June, it will be good. Because again, it's not the only book I have, even if it was, but like right now for me, it's a part-time income when I count all my books, the Kindle Vella stories that I do, and everything else. So I want my income to continue to augment, I guess is the word I would use for that. I want my income to get even better. There are a lot of unknowns for me at this stage because actually I'm not a KU author. My Elodie Novodatsky books are all wide, and I have no idea how often the ranking and pages read actually update on the Kindle dashboard. I've done a little bit of research this morning. Probably should have done that earlier, but because I'm not quite sure, when to tell whether a book is going well or not on KU. Because if I'm running ads, but the dashboard does not update, because right now I know that there was a book that has been purchased, but the ranking has not changed yet. And have people borrowed it, but the ranking has not changed? I don't know. My ads do work in terms of cost per click. They're in the vicinity of about 11 cents per click. But if someone reads the entire book on Kindle Unlimited, it's currently 357 pages on Kindle Unlimited. That's what they give me for KENP pages. That will give me about a royalty of $1.56 for a book that I have priced at $4.99. So the royalty, if somebody purchases it, is much higher. But since it's a brand new pen name, people may be more inclined to borrow. It has, it doesn't have any reviews. It actually also doesn't have any reviews on Kindle Vella, despite the fact that it has been doing so well. And there is not a lot of information on me either, on my pen name, I should say. So all they know is my cover, my blurb, and maybe they start reading, in the look inside pages. That's all the information they have. And the ads that I'm sharing and the TikToks, but it's not, again, like they have a lot of name recognition at this stage. In addition, every single time someone borrows the book, its ranking again should go higher. So that should help my visibility in the Kindle store. And I'm guessing that also helps some organic sales maybe from readers who are not on Kindle Unlimited. The other things that I did today was that I actually finally came up with a logo for my pen name. So I worked on Canva and I did it with the same color for the font of the title of my book, and I used one of the actual font that I'm using on the cover for this particular logo. I added a little tagline at the bottom, and I also put a very nice, at least I think it's very nice, background, which is a bit pinkish, but the tagline is written in bold and it's dark. And because my pen name I write under my pen name, very angsty, steamy, kind of a touch of forbidden romance with bad boys. And they're not bully romances, so I didn't want to give the impression that they were super dark, but they are angsty. So that's why I was trying to get that feel on the logo. And so let's see how long it will take for Author Central to actually also update that, because right now people, when they go on the page, all they see is the generic logo, which is not very peculiar and also or particular. and also does not necessarily give a vibe for me as an author if the person is actually not going to read the author bio. I will do another update later on, I guess around 12. And right now I'm going to go and I'm in the office of Becca Syme has an office on Zoom. So I'm in the office right now and I am going to write, revise, and work on my steamy rom-com. And I will be back. Hello, it's 12:38, still on June 22nd, and here is the update at this hour. I now have 605 pages read of this new book, and the ebook royalties is $42.82. Not all ebooks purchased have been processed yet, based on what I can see in the dashboard. And at 12:35, those were my rankings in the UK. I am going up, well, not me, but the book. It's currently in the 35,000 in Kindle store, so it went way up. And then it's now in the top 50 in Rockstar Romance book, in the top 70 in Rockstar Romance Kindle store, and in the 2000s in New Adult Romance. When it comes to the hot new Rockstar Romance releases in the UK, that book is now in the top 10 of that particular category. On Amazon, it actually went down. It went down to the 279,000s in Kindle store. It's in the 260s in Rockstar Romance, in the 3,400s in New Adult and College Romance, and in 7,400s in Contemporary Romance Fiction. It's interesting because, again, I know between those two different updates, an ebook had been purchased. So I know the ranking depends on how many other books were purchased. So that means the other books had many more books purchased than I did. And in terms of borrowing, I'm guessing my book right now is not getting as many borrows as other books. I'm going to wait until like 24 hours, so tomorrow, to see a little bit more about the pages read, because I couldn't find, again, like in terms of updates, I will read you during my next update what Amazon says about the updates on the KDP dashboard in terms of how often it actually gives us new information. I did post a third TikTok video which stalled at 228 views and only gathered 5 likes. So that one I was trying something a little bit new for me, which was to share many more excerpts of the actual ebook. And I guess I'm going to go back to what I did before because it was working better. And I will do another video on TikTok later during the day. And this is the update at 12:40 a.m. on June 22nd about, well, because it's the second update. So I'll talk to you later. And it is 7:41 p.m. and this is the last update of release day. The bestseller rank in the US, unfortunately, has kept on dropping, about 325,000 approximately, 291 in Rockstar Romance right now. I will not be there by the time this podcast releases. About 3,700 in New Adult and College Romance, and about 8,300 in Contemporary Romance Fiction. In the UK, I also went down to now about 48,000 in Kindle store, in the top 60 in Rockstar Romance, and in the top 90 in Rockstar Romance Kindle store, and about 2,800 in New Adult Romance. In terms of royalties for the book, it's $48.63, and I had 1,184 pages read so far. The last video of the day that I posted on TikTok was 229 views, but this one, unlike the last one I talked about before, did reach interested readers because I had 3 comments. 2 of them were asking for the title, and 14 likes and 4 saves. I mentioned that I would double check when the sales dashboard is actually updated when it comes to the Kindle edition normalized pages, KENP, which is basically the pages read in Kindle Unlimited. And according to Amazon, so kdp.amazon.com, it says the accumulated total of all KENP read in Kindle Unlimited can take between 24 and 48 hours to appear in your sales dashboard report. Otherwise, they say the sales dashboard is updated every 15 minutes, and ebooks orders will show in your reports after the order is placed, while print book orders will show in your reports after the order ships. It's considered process for the ebooks once the payment is confirmed. So I will do a little bit of a wrap up tomorrow morning. I will wait to see in terms of pages read what has happened. But right now, my goal is probably to stop the Facebook ads in the US at this stage. Not because I don't think they're not working at all, but because I want to see how much TikTok really influences the boroughs and try to focus on that a little bit more in the next week. But I'll do a wrap up tomorrow, and I will let you know what my thoughts are on this new pen name release, knowing again that it's a Kindle Vella story, so it's a bit different if I just had a brand new book. Thank you for listening, and well, when you listen to this, it will be the same day, most probably, but technically I'm talking to you tomorrow. Bye! So it's July 6th, as I'm recording this. It's 2 weeks after I published the first season of my Kindle Vella in ebook and Kindle Unlimited and paperback. And I feel like it's going pretty well. I have 6 ratings so far. It's a 4.4 on Amazon. And I have more pre-orders for the second book in that duet. And I have about 56.7% of my revenues right now that are coming from Kindle Unlimited and 43.3% that are coming from sales. And yeah, in terms of profit, it's not shattering any records by any means, but when it comes to my goals, I feel like this month I should be able to reach it. And I really feel for that it's kind of like a building block towards the rest of those stories in Kindle Unlimited for that particular pen name, because I'm continuing to write Kindle Vella stories with that pen name, and the other stories that I'm currently writing are also doing pretty well on Kindle Vella. So if it continues like this, I'll just keep on first writing them for Kindle Vella, and then I will bundle them into ebooks. And again, I'll tell you more about the process, about the time also that it has taken me, because I write differently for a serialized format than I do for an ebook. And so it does require me updating it quite a bit. I was away for a long weekend with my wonderful husband. And so I took a break until yesterday, and today I started posting again on TikTok, and one of my TikTok videos for the Kindle Vella / now Kindle Unlimited Kindle book story has been doing pretty well, where I had already 3 comments asking me for the title of the book. And so I'm going to monitor this and see if it helps in pages read, because I did notice with TikTok that it does help with pages read if I have one that even just reach 300 views, as long as they're the correct views, meaning readers who are interested in the type of steamy, angsty romance that this book is. So this is basically the update on publishing a new book under a pen name, and the play-by-play on everything that happened, how I focused a lot more this time around on ranking. I'm actually no longer looking at the rankings, really. I'm only looking on the KDP dashboard for pages read. I am trying to reduce the amount of time that I'm looking at my scribe count and KDP dashboard, so everything that relates to sales, because I feel like maybe I'm looking at them too much. But that's another podcast episode. So thank you so much for listening. I cross my fingers that it has been helpful. Don't hesitate to send me an email at author@nowodatsky@gmail.com. Nowodatsky is NOWOD as dog, AZKIJ. And of course, don't hesitate to review, follow this podcast. It does help, and share this episode with a friend if you found it interesting. For all the writers out there, happy writing, and to everyone, happy reading.